check this out. The flat end right here, does that go to the front or the back?
Front.
Front. Bumpy's in the back, yes? Bumpy. Okay, what is this bump right here?
Head.
Head, and then it constricts to the
Neck.
and then that guy right there?
Tuberosity.
Tubercle. Now, so if that is the rib tubercle, we want to call this sharp edge. Okay, inferior margin, right? So does that go to the top or the bottom?
The bottom.
It is called inferior, right? Bumpy's to the back. Wear it. It's going to be right. Okay, so what is number 20? No, not at the very bottom edge, but that little. Oh, yeah. It's called the costal groove, right?
Group. It's not doing it.
Patriotism.
Okay. We'll try to have the arrow right at the bottom edge, right? Does that make sense? So if there's wait, Jerome, hold on. If the tip of the arrow is all the way at the bottom edge, you're going to call that one the inferior margin. If it's not all the way to the bottom, but it's in that little valley, then we're going to call that the costal groove. What lives in the costal groove?
Blood.
Vein, artery, nerves. I'm ready, Jerome. Did I answer? There was a question.
Was there a question?
Never mind. Okay. Now, we have this guy. We did this earlier, didn't we? What's the knobby thing called? Head. There's a shaft. And then what about this guy right here?
Lateral column.
Lateral malleolus, right? Let's work our way down because we need to keep going. 24. What's that guy?
Mandibular
Condyle. Oh, what's the one that looks like a little crown action?
Coronoid process.
There you go. What type of joint is right here?
Gombosis.
Gombosis. Yeah, good. How do we know this is the ulna?
The U shape.
Yes, good. Now, is this on the pinky side or the
Show us the
thumb
bottom.
side?
Pinky.
Ulna is always towards the pinky, right? Okay. So this styloid process, this goes to the front, yes?
Yeah.
And then this guy's going to point towards the pinky. It's a right or a left side then?
It's a right.
Left side.
It's going to be a left side. Okay. I mean, it's hard for you, you're not manipulating it, but have that styloid process go towards the pinky.
Okay.
Head of the ulna, right?
Yeah.
Styloid process of the ulna. Okay, now we go here. What are some of these lovely features that was tagged? What is this little cutout right there? Radial notch. What about this big cutout? Trochlear notch. We like that a lot. Tip of your elbow?
Olecranon process.
Olecranon process. Or olecranon. Good. 29, I think, is missing in action.
Nothing.
Let's make it this one. See how it has this big old ridge? Put that ridge on the top or the bottom to do right and left?
Bottom.
Okay. And then the tip, you go towards you or away from you? Away from you. And then we let it drop.
The right.
Let's go to the right,
patella.
right? So that is a right patella. Any other bone features we're learning?
Nope.
Thank goodness, no. Because there are. Okay, all these little. Okay. Okay, let's go to here. What kind of feature is this? The whole thing? What kind of feature is it though? Skeletal. It's made up of 2 or more bones, right? Right. Okay. Okay. What's the name of the bone? No, right. The just the bone. It starts with an M.
Membrium.
Ends with a manubrium. Yeah, manubrium. Okay. And then versus this bone here, body or the body. Yeah. Okay. And then what about just the very tip?
Xiphoid process.
Xiphoid. Look, this one's like bifurcated. Isn't that weird?
A little bit.
I had a friend in high school. He didn't have a xiphoid.
Why not?
Just was born that way. Just on the PE, we were like, "What's wrong with your chest?" The little guys, make fun of each other.
Probably look at
Like,
it.
a lot of people always have normal by the chest.
There's a big old cavity right there. Yeah. It's folded in. Yeah, it's weird. Now, This is a subtle thing, but there's this little edge right here between the manubrium and the body. That is a skeletal feature. What is that called?
Sternal.
Yeah, sternal angle. That's because that's where rib 2 goes. Rib 2 goes right to the sternal angle. Rib 1's right at the manubrium. And then what's sitting on top of the manubrium?
Clavicle.
Yeah, it's going to be the sternal end of the clavicle, right? Okay, excellent. Okay. Okay, let's go here. These are the bodies, yes?
Yeah.
What are the holes called?
Sacral foramina.
Sacral foramina. What are these chunks here called?
Lateral mass.
Lateral mass. And then what are the ears of the elephant? Auricular. Auricular. What does that articulate with?
The auricular surface
Auricular
of the
to auricular.
oscococcyx.
Okay, good. All right, here's the thing. The radial tuberosity, does that go to the front or the back?
The
The back.
back, right?
The front. Styloid process is medial or lateral?
Medial.
Because it's what? No,
Because it
styloid
goes-
process
No, it goes.
is
Oh, no,
lateral.
lateral, yeah.
Remember, this is the radius. The radius is
Rad.
Yeah,
rad.
Yeah.
Didn't we do that?
Yeah.
My people. Okay, come on. All right. So what would this make it?
Make
It's gonna be like that. Did they put right?
Did I put right? Oh, sorry.
What does? Give me one feature that this articulates with. Capitulum of the humerus. I mean, I guess you could have also said the radial notch of the ulna too, right? Oh. Whew. Okay, then bone feature.
Trochlear notch.
Radial tuberosity. What about this guy right here?
Styloid
Styloid
process.
process.
I know that one.
Of the radius. On the other side of it is
Ulnar notch.
ulnar notch. Very good. So when a person falls, that styloid process can very much jam into what bone? Scaphoid. Yeah, that's the #1 fractured bone in your wrist, right? Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Let's go to. Okay, let's go to this though. This is the one. Let's do this one together. 35 was styloid process. Yes. What would be 36? Imagine this bone right in the center at the top row. That's going to be called a capitate. Okay? I'll write these on the board in a second. Let's go to 37. Where's 37 at? Is it up there?
It's in the second. You see it? Second bone. There. You've got your thumb on it.
Oh,
There.
right there. Duh. Okay. What would that be?
The second.
Second
Metacarpal.
metacarpal on the left, right? How come there's phalanx on there? Let's get rid of that too. On the answer key. Second metacarpal left, right? Because the phalanges are here, you guys, right? The fingers?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll fix that. And then 38, what would that be?
Is that on the bottom?
So that's right there. Okay, so what would that be? Some lovers try positions, right? So that's L. That would be lunate. Make sense? Let's do another practice on here. What if I said, identify this floaty guy? Pisiform, right? The P-shaped one? What's the one underneath it that touches 3 bones? Triquetrum? Okay. Okay. What's the one with the hook? Hamate. Yeah, that's the hamate. By the way, there is a ligament that goes across here, and that's referred to as the carpal tunnel. It creates the carpal tunnel. Okay. And so repeated flexing of the wrist will compress nerves in that carpal tunnel. What about this guy again that we said breaks a lot? Scaphoid. And then what type of joint would be right here? First metatarsal and the trapezium. It's called the saddle joint. Okay, that's the only place in your body where it has that. And then do you guys see this one looks like it's claustrophobic? What's that one called? This is the Trapezium, that's the trapezoid. Exactly. Let's do one more thing. What about if I said, name this bone, be very, very specific?
Medial. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that would be
Fourth middle.
1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Fourth middle.
Third,
Phalanx.
middle phalanx
On the
left,
left.
right? Okay. Go, go, go. Now on here, this is a foot, right?
Yes. I think.
Look at this guy. What's that?
Calcaneus.
How come there's two answers again?
Oh.
Calcaneus. What about this one here? Navicular. I guess they just had tarsal. Tarsal is just the tarsal bones. That's okay. So yeah, calcaneus, navicular. Which one is the tallest?
Talus.
The talus is the tallest. Get it? Good. Okay, so there's that. And then you got your first, second, and third what? Cuneiform. And then the one that's shaped like a square?
Cuboid.
Cuboid. And then lastly, what's for, let's play the game again.
Second.
Second, proximal phalanx on the left. Okay, they need help there. Okay, so we'll fix that.
What? The one we spent the most time on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, 42. What's that hole?
Foramen ovale.
Ovale. 43 is in that little pocket, right? Who lives in the cella turcica? Yeah, don't say Ross. Okay. 44, big hole. Foramen magnum. And then the second biggest hole, jugular foramen. Oh, you guys argued on this one. You just had like 9 skull stations, huh?
Please.
Or just like
What about this hole right there?
That's the internal.
Auditory, hiatus. What if you fall right out of the saddle?
Foramen lacer.
Foramen lacer. Okay. Poor Ross.